Hi, today we're going to talk about my Pinoak plants, my brand new Juniper General So, and we'll go check on the garden outside and see how the veggies are doing. Plus my raspberries are coming out outside. So we'll check all these things out and more. Come and join me. Here we go. Hi, welcome to Growing Crazy with Jeanette. I'm Jeanette, and I'm crazy. Let's look around. Well, we've got some peonies that have seen better days, but they're still so pretty. You can almost smell them right through the video. I love the pink ones. They're so very perfectly pink. Yeah, they're on their way out though. This one's neat because it has two different colors in it, and I don't know how that happens, but it's pretty neat. The snake plant, Josephine, is doing well. With her little footsteps stick in there. And Eva is doing well. She's happy. She's got babies everywhere. And the ficus, Scotty P, you know what I'm saying? He's got tons of new growth. This thing is always perpetually growing. It's got so much new growth all the time. That's wonderful. Look at all this new growth. It just loves it. The skylight is the bomb. I better never move. This is Sylvester, my water plant, peace lily. Neat. This is all my gardening stuff. Look at how much crap I keep around. Gotta have stuff. This is Eden. So pretty. Such a healthy spider plant. This one is doing really well. Oso has a big new frond forming. And she has a couple little ones in here too. Right here and right here. And she has peat moss, sphagnum moss in her pot because that's what she's supposed to be planted in. So she's going to be even happier. I just took some dead stuff off of Richard Timothy and the shamrocks. They're so happy with their flowers. So good. Let's see how Felix is doing. Hold on, I don't mind my camera for a moment. Oh no, I knocked him over. That's not good. Gotta keep him straight. Okay, his base was a little off for a second there. He hasn't rooted yet. I've got another month to go before I can unwrap him and take him out of here. Then this one, Edith, is a blueberry bush. Well, will be a blueberry bush. And of course, Shenley over here is a Fukien Tea. And we can light her up and make her pretty. Then down here, I moved Charlie, the blue spruce pine tree, and I also have Menomina, my forsythia, who's doing very well. She looks very, Very green and lush and happy in her CO2. Then we've got Pinocchio, the Pinoak, who's getting bigger leaves. That's great. He's coming in really well. And then, of course, Lulu, my Chinese elm with the raised base, is looking fantastic. We can turn her lights on, too. Oh, she doesn't work. Okay. Well, that's all right. I'll fix the batteries later. Then I moved Puff down here. I realized this morning that Puff was sitting in water, so no wonder he wasn't doing anything. But he's a succulent, so he'll bounce back. He'll be fine. And the one in the front right here is a curly orchid cactus. I have another one of those down here. No, I don't. I have another one of those down here in the back, next to the calico. But in here we've got a couple terrarium plants, a zigzag cactus, some sticks on fire, and some ivy. Then, this is a candle holder I made out of amber stained glass, but I thought it would make a really pretty plant holder. Doesn't that look pretty next to my new juniper? This is Frederick the Pinoak. He's also doing very well. And this is my newest acquisition. This is General So, the Juniper. He's fantastic. He's so soft, and I spray him every day, and I keep him humid and warm and happy. Lots of sun. He gets lots of sun, lots of indirect daylight. Whisper, the jade plant. Whisper looks good. We'll turn her lights on. So much new growth. Then down here, I have somebody new. I have Ariel, the air plant, who I can take out of here and show you. Isn't she so cool? She's just a collection of curls. She's so crazy looking. That's why I like her. And she just sits in there and gets sprayed with a sprayer. And that's all it takes for her. Then this one is a wedding veil in the back here. That's a wedding veil bush. I'm just seeing if I can sprout it, just for shits and giggles. This is a Burro's tail that I've had forever, named Loki, after the god of mischief. Then my begonias aren't doing so well. I shouldn't have stuck them in a terrarium container. They don't like it. They're not happy. That's alright, they'll live. Then I've got a fern and another terrarium plant back there. And that is Sid and Nancy, and this is Bonnie and Clyde. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go outside and check on the garden. Kind of cool out today. It's overcast. It might rain. Oh yeah, and Palmer, the palm tree, is outside for the summer. Yay! We just had a whole lot of rain. It didn't rain for 22 days. And then it rained like just a deluge of it. So the pot doesn't have good drainage, and I'm thinking I need to dump out some water because he's turning yellow and I don't want to lose him. Ooh, the raspberries are coming out. Look at these. Little baby raspberries. They're all over the place. This guy's going crazy. We're gonna have tons of berries. Yum. In a couple of days. The grapevine came back at the base here, because the rest of it, look how dead it was. It didn't look well. It has a little bit of growth up here, but we have to sort through all these branches and see which ones to cut off so that we can get this guy to grow again, because that's about a 4-year-old grapevine. Then in here, we've got corn growing right there. Sweet corn, 2 rows of it. Right here, I have some potatoes growing in a bag. And what you do is there's a hatch at the bottom there, and you take the potatoes out of the hatch, even though there's actually potatoes growing out of the hatch. They're not supposed to do that. Just a minute, there's a plane. Okay, that's really annoying. Anyway, I have to get in here and weed. I've got tons of clover coming up. But I have broccoli in this row. And I have tomatoes over here that are just barely coming up. And a watermelon and some more broccoli. And then over here, I have bean plants that are still fighting to survive because of the lack of rain we had. Even though I was watering, it wasn't quite enough. So then there's another blueberry bush, there's a blueberry bush and a raspberry bush over here. This raspberry is producing. There's a couple. There's a couple. There's a couple. This one is the prickly variety, so I don't like to touch it. And I don't really come over to this bush very often. Then this little guy over here is a blueberry. That's the one I'm trying to root a second plant, because you have to have 2 plants so that it can have a male and a female and produce fruit. So right now this blueberry won't produce anything until I get a second plant going and established. Yeah, my fence is getting messed up. I had to fill in some holes so the critters don't get in. My raised garden is rotting and warping. That's alright. I don't get upset about too much. Life's not worth it. Gotta have fun. Gotta look at the good things. Well, thank you for joining me for another episode. It was nice seeing you. It's always good to be here. It's always good to be seen. So like and subscribe. And remember, I love ya. Bye.